come too far through nights of break to turn around and lose my way. Every scar tells of a battle that your mercy helped me face. There were moments I was falling, when my strength began to fade, but your hand reached through the darkness and refused to let me break.
And in the middle of my weakness, your promise still stood up. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest. I can't give up, not when you carried me this far, through every storm and every scar. You've been right where I am. I can't give up when your grace is still enough. Through every valley, every flood, you are holding my heart.
There were nights I almost walked away, when the road felt way too long. Every prayer felt like a whisper, every step felt like I was wrong. But the cross stood in the distance, like a light I couldn't ignore, where the Savior bore my weakness and opened mercy's door. Then your voice rose through my struggle and called me to stand up. My grace is sufficient for you. I can't give up, not when you carried me this far, through every storm and every scar. You've been right where I am. I can't give up when your grace is still enough. Through every valley, every flood, you are holding my heart. Through the pain and through the pressure, through the trials I can't explain, I discovered in the breaking you would turn and lost to gain. And the battle that was meant to end me only brought me closer up. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can't give up, now your light is leading me. Through the darkness I can see you are always enough. I can't give up, for the story isn't done, and the victory's already won. By the power of your love. I can't give up, I can't give up, I can't give up. I can't give up. Before the morning found the broken, before the light could reach my pain, I was standing in the silence, calling out your name in vain.
Every answer felt like distance, every promise felt delayed. But in the middle of my weakness, there was something that remained.
A quiet voice beneath the chaos that refused to let me leave.
Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. I still believe when the night won't let me sleep, when the shadows speak of doubt and the tears fall silently. I still
question, every prayer a desperate cry.
But the cross stood like a witness through the storm I couldn't fight, where the Savior turned my darkness into everlasting light.
And your word rose through the silence,
calling me to still believe.
we live by faith,
Not by sight. I still believe when the night won't let me sleep, when the shadows speak of doubt and the tears fall silently. I still believe, even when I cannot see, that the God who holds tomorrow is still holding on to me.
through the waiting and the breaking, through the silence and the pain. I discovered in the valley you were calling out my name.
And the faith I thought was fading was the seed you chose to keep.
Faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see.
I still believe, now the light is breaking through the storm and through the fire. You were always leading me. I still believe, for your promise never leaves, and the God who walked beside me is the reason I still believe.
I still believe.
Before the thunder found my doorstep, before the sky began to break, I felt the weight of silent battles that no one else could ever face.
The winds came rushing through my spirit, tried to tear my soul apart.
Every wave of fear was crashing
Against the shores of my heart,
but in the middle of the chaos, a voice began to rise. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you.
through the storm I rise, not by power, not by might, but by the hand that holds the oceans and still commands the night. Through the storm I rise, when the waves are closing in, for the one who walks on water
Is the strength that lives within.
There were nights I almost surrendered, when the rain would never cease, and every prayer felt like a whisper, and every hope just out of reach.
But the cross stood in the distance like a light I couldn't deny, where the Savior faced the darkness so my faith could learn to rise. And
Your word broke through the thunder like a calm within the skies.
peace be still, and the wind obey.
Through the storm I rise, not by power, not by might, but by the hand that holds the oceans and still commands the night. Through the storm I rise, when the waves are closing in, for the one who walks on water is the strength that lives within. Through the lightning and the shaking, through the fear I couldn't hide, I discovered in the storm you were standing by my side. is my light and my salvation.
Whom shall I fear?
Through the storm I
Through the storm I rise. Now the sky is breaking through,
and the God who calmed the waters
is still making all things new.
through the storm I rise. Every battle left behind.
For the one who brought me through it
Is the strength of